If you're in year 13 or about to go into year 13, then do not even think about skipping this video. This is my no-nonsense guide on everything that you need to do in year 13 if you want to get the top grades. The things that I did consistently throughout the year in order to get 5A stars. Tip number 1, revise AS content as soon as humanly possible. Obviously, if you're about to go into year 13, do this over the summer, but if you're in year 13 now, that is what you need to start your revision with, and that is what you need to focus on. For subjects like maths, this is slightly less important because obviously you utilise the skills that you built in year 12 in year 13, but if it's something like history or economics, you are not necessarily using the information that you learned last year in your day-to-day learning. Go over AS content because you are not going to have time to do it nearer to the exams, and this content is naturally easier than what you're doing this year. And like I said, while you're reviewing this, inevitably there may be a topic that you've forgotten or misunderstood. Go to your teachers. Your teachers are a resource. Don't be scared. Just go and find them in the staff room, go to them after class, put your hand up in the class if you don't understand something. It is critical to not get behind at any point in your A-levels, but in year 13, it is of paramount importance. Say it with me, spaced repetition is how you get things into your long-term memory. This is why people are saying, revise content from the very beginning. Not necessarily because you're forgetting everything as soon as you've learned. It's because spaced repetition is how you ingrain things into your long-term memory. So going over a concept various intervals over the next 2 years, it will just help it stay in there, and getting things into your long-term memory is what you need if you want to get the best grades. It's about the long-term memory, not the short-term memory. You need to use different strategies for different subjects. What I did personally, I did a mixture of essay-based and STEM-based subjects. My essay-based subjects, I was utilising active recall in the form of blurting, in the form of SQ4R. If you don't know what these are, then check the playlist. I've got so many videos about those active recall strategies. This is because it's very content dense and I'm seeing what key pieces of information that I remembered, seeing if I thoroughly understood the topics, etc, etc. Whereas for more mathematical and my more STEM subjects, I was utilising practice papers and flashcards more. It's just because naturally in maths, it's quite difficult to blurt about like differentiation. But by applying it, by trying a practice paper on all of the topics that I've done up until now, I recognise what I got wrong and what my weaker areas are. Doing that over and over again, that is spaced repetition. Those are the two strategies that I found different for my essay and STEM-based subjects respectively. It might be different for you, but that's what worked for me and that's what allowed me to get the best grades possible. Obviously, the further you go into year 13, the more content you learn. Remember, you've not only got this year's content to remember now, but you've got last year's content as well. YouTube is your best friend. Obviously, use your teachers and go to them if you didn't understand something, but that is not always going to be an option. If you're at home revising one night and you're like, I've completely forgotten this, I don't understand the concept anymore, what do? Don't just wait until the next day. See if you can resolve this issue yourself. Something that was definitely ingrained into me, I went to a state comprehensive, so we had a system called 3 before me. So you had to go to a textbook, you had to try an online resource, and then ask a peer before you went to the teacher, because obviously resources are quite scarce. It's actually really good for self-studying, so see if you can resolve an issue yourself before you go to your teacher, and also this allows you to do more at home. And then by far the most important tip that you need to remember is using a range of different revision strategies throughout the day and throughout your A-levels. If you are just blurting all day or just doing practice papers all day, you are going to get so insanely bored. You need to mix it up or your brain is not going to work as well and you will just get incredibly bored and you will put off revising and you will hate it. Maybe do a blurt on one topic and then try a practice paper and then maybe do SQ4R and then maybe do some flashcards. There are so many different revision strategies that you can use, and it doesn't matter what kind of learner you are. There are so many different revision strategies for all of the different types of learner. We've got so many more tips that I want to give you, more advice in order to do as well in your A-levels as humanly possible. If you want to see more daily A-level tips, then follow for more.